Hello folks, I hope you're all doing very well. We are at a very gloomy Farnborough in the Black Square King Air, and in this video I'm going to give you my top 5 VR headsets not to buy in 2024. Okay, that's important, especially moving into this year, because I do feel, you know, there's going to be a bit of a line under the sand with some VR headsets that we've been using for many years now. I do feel that at this point they are becoming extinct. And this is why I feel this video is important, because if you are thinking of upgrading or changing VR headsets for whatever reason, you really must watch this video first, because at this time of the recording I have tried all the VR headsets out there, which is pretty amazing. I don't think that's going to be the case by the end of this year though, because it's going to be a very busy year and there's just some headsets that don't interest me moving forward, like the Apple Vision Pro. As much as I'm really excited about it, it's not going to be for me personally. Right, anyway, let's start this aircraft up now and I'll get back to you as we head towards the runway here at Farnborough. I'm going to cheat and just start both engines up actually, just to save a bit of time. This is one of many Black Square aircraft which really brings a true high fidelity simulation to the default birds, not to mention the beautiful analog gauges as well. Right then, so let's get into this. The first headset that I do not recommend is the DPE4 VR headset. Strange name, I know, but I do have a review of that headset on the channel. And the manufacturer did send me a free headset to review. And you know, it's funny because once I received the headset, they asked me to send them the video first before it went live. And so that was my first sort of indicator that this sounds a bit dodgy to me. And of course I declined and said there's absolutely no way that I'm going to, you know, have my video vetted by anybody. If you send me something, and that goes to any, you know, product or manufacturer watching this video right now, if you send me something, I'm going to put it out on the channel exactly how I, you know, perceive that product to be. It's my own personal opinion, but I'm certainly not going to change it just to keep you guys happy. Okay, so just know that. So yeah, that was a bit of a red flag straight away. However, you know, I thought, well, push that to the side, try the headset. Well, I personally am not very impressed with it. I know a lot of YouTubers seem to think it's a really great headset, but it just, no, I don't like it, guys. And a lot of that is down to the fact that it just, the clarity isn't very good for the resolution. I feel there's a lot of mirror in the display, and I remember as well, the colours were absolutely awful. The worst colours I've ever seen in any VR headset to date. Yeah, just wasn't impressed with it at all. So honestly, if you're thinking or looking at that headset, please, for the love of God, do not buy it. Now, there was a few things I did like about it. Not that it really matters because I don't recommend it. But I do remember the binocular overlap being very good. And I remember the software being pretty good as well and quite slick and very easy to set up. But for flight simming, absolutely not. I would not recommend it at all. Stay away from the DPE4 VR headset, guys. You've been warned. Right then, let's get out of here. This is by Berlin Blue Design, if you're wondering. One of their best ever airport packages. And I've flown from Farnborough myself a couple of times, and I do have a video of that flight on the channel somewhere. But yeah, a wonderful rendition. So, you know, this video, some people are not going to be very happy with me because I'm going to diss their headset. I'm sorry, folks, but this is just the way it is. It's my opinion. I'm not the oracle of VR. This is just my personal opinion, having had tons of experience with lots of different VR headsets. I like how that's shaking in the wind. That's cool. So the next one is going to be the Quest 2. If you've got that headset and you're using it, that's fantastic. But as a new purchase, I would not recommend it. Definitely not. For two reasons. One, the Quest 3 is just so much better in every possible way. And I may have a video comparison of that on the channel soon. But mainly as well, because if you are in the market for something like a Quest 2, you are better off buying a Pico 4, which is probably about the same price, I think anyway, don't quote me on that. But also Meta are thinking of releasing, or there is rumours, of a Quest 3 Lite edition. And that obviously will be cheaper than the Quest 3, and probably either the same amount as the Quest 2, or perhaps even cheaper than that, I've no idea. But it goes to say that Fresnel lenses in general are absolutely just out the window for 2024, in my opinion. We definitely need to move on from that now. What do you think? So, the next headset that I do not recommend buying in 2024. So we've had the DPVR, or DPE4 VR. We've had the Quest 2. The next one is, well, any, and this is really harsh, guys, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry at the same time. Any HTC headset. Okay, so that is the HTC Cosmos, the Vive Pro, Vive Pro 2, the Focal Edition thing, you know, all of them. Unfortunately, and I think in some ways I have fallen out with HTC. They have sent me some of their headsets in the past, but every time I've always ended up with the same conclusion. Nice idea, poorly executed. Take the Vive Pro 2 for instance, which could in some ways be a side grade for those who want to keep using, say, the Reverb G2 with that style of headset, you know, at a fairly mid-range price, because it is quite expensive still. The trouble is with the Vive Pro 2 is they use the same housing as the Vive Pro, but it's now got 5K lenses, which means the display gets very hot. And the housing for the Vive Pro 2, being the same as the original Vive Pro, cannot cope with that extra heat. So the headset gets extremely hot. After about 20 minutes, half an hour, it became unbearable for me. It really did. Let alone the stacked lenses provide, well, an awful amount of glare that I didn't like at all. And the sweet spot in the Vive Pro 2 is the smallest I've ever seen. It really is. That's what she said. Anyway. But yeah, seriously, do not buy that headset. I mean, if you've got one and you're enjoying it, that's great, guys. You know, I'm not saying, you know, put it in the bin right now if you've got it. If you're enjoying it, that's fine. But this is just my opinion. If you're thinking of purchasing a Vive Pro 2 or any HTC headset at this point in time, because I don't know what they've got planned for this year, you know, it's annoying because I really want them to succeed. I really, really do. But they haven't. It's as simple as that. And what they're offering at the moment is too expensive, very, very last gen, and kind of cobbled together from spare parts from other headsets. I just, at this point, I cannot recommend anything from HTC. Sorry, guys. Hope that doesn't upset you too much. Right then. So, I haven't really got a destination in mind. I'm just going to bang in East Midlands. Because, yes, I am a little bit addicted to flying to that airport at the moment. And I know, folks, you're probably absolutely bored to death of watching videos of me flying around the UK. I appreciate that, because basically 90% of the time I just fly around the UK because it just feels more authentic to me in my real world flying. But I promise you, I will try and get out more, so to speak, and head to different places. I do often do tours, but I don't show them on the channel, but maybe I should start doing that. The next headset I do not recommend buying in 2024 is the Valve Index, and that's simply because, well, it's been an amazing headset all these years, but I finally do feel that unless Valve, you know, announce and even release something this year, I just feel the Index has just gone past its sell-by date at this point. Simply because, for me personally, again, the image quality, the resolution is just too low, and you can see screen door effect. Now, I don't own an Index, but I have tried one for, in fact, I borrowed one for a few months once, and I was absolutely amazed with the build quality, the comfort, and the overall field of view and, you know, ease of use of that headset is excellent. It is a great headset, and if you can get one, you know, from a friend or second hand that you know has been looked after, then maybe that could be a purchase for you if you're new to VR. But then again, you've got to then buy base stations, Index controllers. I just feel no, I really cannot recommend that as a Simmers headset. And again, it's because of those Fresnel lenses, the glare, and I'm quite susceptible to glare. I just cannot stand it in that headset. Together with the Fresnel lenses, which gives you a quite small sweet spot, although it's better than most Fresnel lenses actually. The the low resolution. No, I think you're better off buying a Quest 3, quite honestly. I really do, or a Pimax Crystal, really, because that at the moment is my favourite headset for flight simming. And it's funny because I think to be a popular YouTuber, it seems you have to hate the Pimax Crystal for whatever reason. But I'm sorry, folks, for my use case scenario. That is flight simming like this, looking at gauges, enjoying seated flight simulation experiences. It is the best headset for me personally at this point in time. Although I've got a feeling that might change this year with the advent of the Somnium VR1 and the XR4, which I will be reviewing soon. Anyway, sorry, I've got a bit sidetracked. Landing lights off. Taking the ignitions off now, actually. And we'll climb a little bit higher as we head to East Midlands. Beautiful views down below here. The cloud is fairly low actually today, so we've broken out quite quickly. I'm going to be flying all day today, but I just had to make this video. So let's just recap then. So far, I do not recommend the DP-E4 VR, Quest 2, the Valve Index, and anything from HTC. Sorry, folks. I know that's really harsh. So, what's the fifth headset I do not recommend in 2024? Well, it has to be, and this is the one that really hurts. Really hurts. It's obviously the Reverb G2, and I've already made a video why. Go check that out. But I mean, in essence, unfortunately, Windows Mixed Reality is not going to be a thing anymore. The team has all been disbanded, really. There may be support for Windows 11, into the future, but trouble is, that's all very well, but HP themselves have now discontinued or going to discontinue the Reverb G2 and its support, and I think that ends in 2026. So, I mean, again, if you can find a really good deal on one, and you're happy to, sort of just use it for a couple of years, you know in your head, say that if I buy this, I know I'm not going to get 5-10 years use out of it. But, you might be good for another couple of years. But, again, I can't say that for certain. I don't know what the sort of compatibility issues are going to be like moving forward. But, as you know, with software, it's changing all the time, guys. So I do feel it is a gamble that you have to sort of decide on yourself. But the headset itself is still fantastic. I don't really have much bad to say about it, apart from, yes, the software has always been a bit janky. The cable is a bit of a issue, and if it does break, you may not be able to find a replacement, so that's probably more of a bigger deal than the compatibility problems. And of course, it's Fresnel lenses again, which means it has a small sweet spot. I do feel, guys, in 2024, Fresnel lenses needs to be just a thing of the past, because pancake lenses are maturing, as is aspheric lenses. So I do feel that we need to be moving towards that. So really, that's it, folks. That is my top 5 VR headsets I do not recommend buying in 2024. Have you got some of your own? Please do let me know in the comments below. I'm going to continue cruising to East Midlands. And thank you so much for watching. As always, I really appreciate it. And if you haven't picked up, by the way, the Black Square King Air, I would highly recommend that. I'll see you again very soon. Take care, and bye for now.